Nightmare King Grim is known by many as the hardest boss in Hollow Knight. Personally, I think that the Radiance is harder than Nightmare King Grim. He has the same attacks as normal Grim, but his attacks have various upgrades that make them harder. Plus, Nightmare King Grim does 2 masks of damage, and he is much faster. Also, Nightmare King Grim will stagger back if you try to charge at him during his ground attacks. His downward thrust ability has a fire trail. His sea urchin attack only activates when he loses a quarter of health. His uppercut attack spawns larger fireballs, which fall faster. His projectile attack summons 1 more flesh fighter, and he fires them randomly up or down. Nightmare King Grim also has a new attack, where he hovers in one area and summons 4 flame pillars instead of standing still and summoning tendrils. He teleports out of the arena and tendrils extrude from the ground. Besides the tendril and urchin attack, you can get 1 or 2 hits in. However, with Quick Slash, you can sometimes get 3 to 4 hits in. However, his Flame Pillar attack is where you get most of the damage in. It's generally a good idea to stand as close to him. Don't do it for his urchin attack, of course. You want this fight to be done in the shortest amount of time possible, since you will become fatigued after dodging his attacks over and over again. Surprisingly though, I find Grim much easier than the Radiance. You don't really get a good reward for beating Grim. However, you should feel good since you beat one of the hardest bosses in the game. I might make a video about this, but I am lazy. StarCraft 2 is one of my longest played games. I have played ever since the release, but then it got boring. I was going to record the entire SA2 campaign, however I got bored so quickly. One of the main reasons I remained for so long while being bored is because of my arrogance. But that is not at all why I stayed. I left. See the video I just posted earlier. But in this part, I also fight some of the dream bosses. This was the part where I decided not to 100% the game. This fight for Grim probably took about like 30 minutes for me to do. Basically in the Steel Soul mode, if you die in a dream that isn't the White Palace or the Final Radiance fight, you won't die completely. Like, you still get to continue, it restores you to max HP and allows you to fight the boss again at full efficiency. But why would you want to fight for a Stormtrooper reward? Is my question to you. Is it because of the completionist inside the user that compels them to beat the difficult challenges? Or is it because it's not the destination, but the journey? Soon I will be fighting the Soul Tyrant. This guy is like the Soul Master, except for he's more aggressive. He moves at speeds unfathomable by anything that isn't Nightmare King Grim. And he also does the same things, except for he has more soul balls. Like, is that what they call them in the game? Soul balls? I don't know. So anyways, this guy's pretty easy. He just dives at you, he fakes you out for a bit, you know, that stuff. He even does that one area where he just is like, I'm just gonna spam at you until you die. till you die. I'm trying to do that meme from like the Legend of Zelda game for the CDI or something. Like, I mean, that game was overhyped by YouTubers. Like, people would have forgot about it if they weren't showcasing it, but now it's popular facets and Nintendo complaints. As I see so myself. Or say so. Say so, what's that? And I also go to the Crystal Peak. What's wrong with the Crystal Peak? It's too crystally. It's too crystalline. I get the descending, I forgot what it's called. Let me skip ahead in this footage. And be annoying while doing show. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Descending Dark. Basically, it's an upgraded version of the already pretty decent spell. And, you know, it's pretty good for, like, the next boss coming up, because it's the only spell or item or thing that gives you invincibility frames. Yeah, it makes you invincible. And it makes the Crystal Guardian fight easy peasy, surprisingly. It's really easy to do with that in mind. I'm gonna edit a bit and I'll be back! I'll be back! We're back for more! Yeah. I'm really glad I did a second run, because my first run was 40 hours. And the main cause of that was because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, now I know where to go, and this was like 10 hours long. I'm just editing a lot of stuff out, so there isn't like 40 parts of me just wandering from one area to the next. This video is going to be ended off on one of the things I don't like. Like, whenever you attack whenever you dream nail the dreamers, they're like, I'm gonna shit here and take it. You know, I'm here to suicide now, even though we tried to put you to sleep twice in this game. You know? Like, that's what they all do. Like, even the, Beast Mother of Hornet does it. And I'm like, I expected some big, grand, epic fight where we duke it out with our nails and we do it like that. But no, it's like, I'm just gonna bless it here and take it. You can dream nail me if you want more. Go do it. Do the dream nail. I don't want to fight. I'm an Undertale character. You know, I was expecting a fight. A fight. It's like, that's something that I don't like. Like, maybe the teacher bug shouldn't have a reason to fight, but it's like, the monster was like, oh, I helped put you to sleep, I'm gonna take this, because you are the chosen one! Hoi! Like, I don't know, and I hope you guys aren't being ear raped by my voice, which is epic and obnoxious for those who are listening. The problem, though, like, two of the, Guardians, like, one of them doesn't have a boss. Like, there's a large corridor and, like, a maze that stops her, and I'm probably gonna edit out the maze, because that just gets really boring to watch just me getting lost. I'm probably gonna edit some music in to make it a bit more interesting, you know, that stuff. Because this is going to be shorter than I intentionally and initially thought. Like, oh, one person was like, were you drunk when posting that video? And I was like, yeah, I wasn't too drunk. I better respond right now, I suppose. I wasn't drunk, I'm just energized. I got more sleep and I feel better. Yeah, I got more sleep. Yeah, I'm feeling better today, you know, and no roommates are like, oh, shut up! Like, I really don't like how quiet the roommates they want me to be sometimes. I'm a very loud fellow. Like, you shouldn't... Like, they're obviously wanting some quiet and stuff, so I better respect their authority. You know, that's like the problem, though, with Hollow Knight. Because the fights are like, we are prepared to put you to sleep, and then you go to them and you're like, they're like, oh, you're the chosen one. We know the chosen one. You know, it's kind of sad. I'm kind of sad about that. And it's like, and I'm going to be doing some other dream bosses, like, later in my footage I fight the, Fallen Champion, who is Sonic Speed, it goes like Sonic Speed. It's like, you have to be very careful. If he swings his hammer down, well, not really hammer, but it's like mace. It's more like a mace. Yeah, now that I think about it, it's a mace. So whenever he hits it down, you have to either swipe at him, or run back immediately, because he'll hit you, and he's one of the few bosses in the game. Like, all of his attacks don't do 2 hits, but only his mace attacks. Yeah, and that person's like, oh, Overwatch, is that boring too, Shane? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, it is boring. Because that game is too balanced for its own good. Yeah, it's too balanced for its own good. Yeah, like, Overwatch would be more entertaining if there were more chaotic factors in it that made me more inclined to actually play the game. But you know, that's life. You find some stuff really stupid and boring, like StarCraft 2, after you play it for like 7 years, I want to say. And by the way, I'm not drunk, okay? I'm just feeling alive today, you know? Like, you know when you're just feeling it? Are you feeling it now? Are you feeling it now, boy? I probably skipped over a lot of stuff. Okay, so maybe if I missed off the Crystal Guardian. The Crystal Guardian isn't too bad. He has 2 hit, and like 2 masks per hit. And he has a bunch of lasers, but if you use the Descending Dive or the Descending Darkness, you know, there's one YouTuber that made this video and I really enjoyed it. It's like the Darkness show host, and it's like, who turned off the darkness? I did. Reach for the switch. And then he's like, I broke my leg. I really loved that video. Okay, so the Crystal Guardian is really easy with invincibility frames. Just so easy. It's so easy. Some person encountered a glitch though, and I was like, oh, I want that to happen to me. Because in a Steel Soul Run, you do not want to encounter the Crystal Guardian ill-prepared for it, because it's like, I'm gonna die now, and I'm gonna use my quit button. So yeah, Deepness is a horror to go through. I don't like going through Deepness. Next part, we're going to the Queen's Garden. Yeah, that's the point where I realized, oh, I can just quit. And be like, oh, back to the last save point, and I'm good. Deepness isn't really fun to really go through. Like, there's this one area where they're like, oh, we definitely don't have parasites in each other, but you need to relax on this bench. And they're like, join! Like, they're like, oh, we got you now. Then they all die, and then you get tangled up, and you're stuck. You gotta hate it when that stuff happens, when a bunch of people as parasites and them try to kill you. You know how that feels? Ugh. It feels bad. You gotta hate it when, like, a spider tangles you down or something. And you get stuck in the most, like, hellish place in the game, in my opinion. Like, the Path of Pain, nope, nothing on this place. This place has 2-hit monsters with shields for faces. And if you're not careful, you will die. Those things I don't like, because you have to spam spells in order to kill them, and you probably need to heal very badly. Now I'm gonna fast forward over one section where I'm just collecting the dream particles, because it's like you already should know what it's about, okay? It's about collecting the dream particles. So I'm gonna fast forward that. Dream. Like, you know, collecting dream particles shouldn't be too hard. You just dream nail the thing, like the little branch, and then you're like, yeah, I'm done. But that's life. That is life for ya. When you need to collect those dream particles, you just need to use your spiritual nail of the spiritualness. You need to go on a quest and collect all those bread balls. I don't know, you just collect them and you have them and use them as a way for the seer to be like, oh, you learned how to do this. Maybe you used the dream particles to inadvertently make a dream portal for the seer to go through. Because he's like, oh, I need you to pay for your efforts and whatnot. You know, life. Yada yada, etc. Life is like that. And I'm sorry if I seem excited. I am tired. And lazy. I am super duper lazy. And people might see me as drunk. But I don't care about those people now. Well. So let's see. I'm the bingo. I love Samurai Jack. From the few episodes I watched, and season 5 is like the cherry on top. Even though I can see where people like the old fans critique it, you know. That sad moment in life when you're just like, I find entertainment in speaking to a microphone, putting it on YouTube. Like, with this warrant being more of a, bragging right? I don't like bragging anymore. I used to be the prideful person that everybody hated, well, not really hated, but despised, because I bragged about a bunch of different stuff. And I don't get this acronym. I'm gonna search it. Oh, he was talking about the show. Yeah, but I rejoined Smith's Parasite Discord to get IDs to ban, to remove cancer. Because one day I'm gonna make my own Discord channel for this YouTube channel. Maybe in the future, maybe later, who knows. I still have a bot to program, or at least or another method to find to get alts off the Discord automatically, like snippety snap, off the Discord you go. But you know, why would you not want alts on the Discord? Well, only malicious people really use alts. Like some people, some rare, medium rare people, some people just use alts because they want to mask themselves and be cowards. And you know, that is life for you. That is life. Like, life is a very interesting thing, but life has a lot of twists and turns and up and downs and left and rights and east and west. You just have to choose the right direction. And many of you guys don't know this, but the right direction is Christianity. Like, I was a very bad example. I might be doing, like, more Christian stuff, but, you know, I was too consumed in my arrogance and stuff. I'm sorry. I will do better. I will do the better Christian stuff. Like, I argued to a Mormon because with a Mormon, because I was like, yeah, I don't agree with that. That is more addition to the Bible than it should warrant. And you know, something interesting about Mormonism is that it's like, oh, if you get the good ticket, you get your own, like, planet or whatever. And if you get married with a bunch of people, you know what you get? If one of your wives gets the good ticket, then you, the husband, of course, get the good ticket as well, and you get your own world, and they sort of do incest with each other to have a bunch of kids for the world. Or something along those lines. That's, like, I find Mormonism weird. Like, you shouldn't be a Mormon. That isn't Christianity. You know what isn't Christianity? You know what isn't? The Catholic beliefs. Like, oh, I should go to St. Mary and say, oh, I'm sorry to you. Give me wisdom, Saint Mary, my Mary. Oh, Luke and John, give me courage now. I need you instead of God. Why would I need Jesus when I have all of these saints? For I don't care about Christianity. You know, Catholics, that's another wrong belief. Like, I mean, I understand that some people just don't believe and stuff. Like, not every person in a denomination believes 100% what their actual denomination believes in. Like, there's some Catholics that I know that have reformed, and they're rationalized people. Like, I was talking to one of my friends on my old Discord, and I was like, yeah, like, I was talking about that. Like, I will not judge you if you believe in something. I will not put you on a hate list because you believe in something. But I will, and I will dearly do this, I will say what I think is the truth. And if what is the truth from what I've learned, like, I'm pretty sure 100% that I know kind of what I'm doing as a Christian now. Like, I was kind of bad beforehand, but, you know, I'm trying to improve. That's what all Christians are, running the race, getting on the narrow road. And holy moly, I got off topic from Hollow Knight. Let's try to get back on topic, shall we? Back to the topic train. Let's see, 23 minutes, I think. So this is where the maze ensues. The maze is fun. If you love the maze, then I don't know. Like, I don't really like this area. I do not like this area at all. And it can see better days. Like, I'm just a bit energized, okay? You know? I'm a bit energized. And you know, yeah, starting to think. So about 24 minutes. So I'm out at this part. Now those enemies that have the shields for, like, bases, you want to hit them once and go back. Like, here's what I do. I charge up a nail art, and I charge it up to maximum percentage. And then I swipe at it. And for some reason that does damage to the enemy, which is nice. You know, some things are like oranges, and other things are like lemons. You know, sometimes life gives you sour old lemons, and sometimes life gives you good oranges. Oranges really good, but cause cancer. Did you know that if you eat too much oranges, it causes cancer? I didn't know that either. Also, I'm sorry if you're a Catholic person and you watch this and you got deeply offended. I'm sorry. Like, I was going a bit overboard. But, you know, that's, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for singing if you're a Catholic. But I am trying to be a better person and a better Christian too. And I might be doing more Christian stuff, like, I believe it's a bit cringy to see a Christian, like, force his viewpoint on, like, an area, like, I've seen some people argue as Christians that are like, oh, scientists built life, but isn't, like, with amino acids, and the person was like, so if an amino acid is part of life, would it be like comparing a brick to a building? Like, there's some arguments like that, and the atheists doing it are just so ignorant. They're like, yeah, that's not real. That's not true. We created amino acids. That's a part of life, but that isn't. But that's pretty much all it has to do. I'm gonna be annoying a lot of people, I suspect. But I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm annoying, I'm a ShaneMann. And I am the man for the job. So anyways, back to Hollow Knight. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, there's this, like, I forgot her name, like, there's this locked door in the first area where you would normally encounter that one bug lady that would pretty much teleport your shade back to the area. But in Steel Soul mode, I didn't know this, by the way, so there's no footage of it. It replaces it with Steel Soul Jin. Wow, that reminds me of something. But I don't want to get what's a good pun for this? I don't want to go ballistic! I don't know. Like, I don't see a lot of people watching these videos for that long. So I'm just gonna keep saying stuff and see if you listen to me, the Shane, the man, the Shane and the man together to make one. The ShaneMann. Shane. So anyways, on our magical quest of forgery and acceptance, because many people just play video games for, like, the community, maybe it's just for, like, the acceptance, but people are sometimes so simple as to think it's for entertainment. And I think that sometimes when you look at stuff, it's a bad thing. I'm not perfect, though. Like, I don't want anyone to say, oh, Shane, you should be absolutely perfect. No, I'm gonna try. But, you know, I'm gonna just say I'm not a perfect person. No one is. I can't be perfect. Only Jesus can be perfect. Like, I cannot. But it's just quite sad, isn't it? How... Like, I'm trying to think. Okay, so next... Like, there's going to be probably 11 parts. This is going to be shorter than I originally thought. Like 3 times, I think. You know what's kind of sad when the video comes to a big closing? Okay, so let's see. It's the first part. So I'm running low on time. Yeah, but I'm gonna end this off with the boring fight where you focus the spiritual essence of the 3 people who put like a dream field around the Hollow Knight. But you know, that is life for you. Sometimes you just got to accept boring boss fights that are like, I'm here. Like, I was expecting some big, fancy boss fight, because earlier in the game they were like, oh, we're gonna put you to sleep now. We hope you enjoy dreaming now. And then you get the seer's help in order to escape. So yeah. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and by the way, I'm using the French chow, not the currency? Yeah, the Copperzilk coin in China. Okay, see ya. Before I make people angry. Okay, I'm not gonna take it back. Okay, I'm gonna say China. Goodbye. Goodbye.